Alright guys, I'm here with a bit of information for Dragon Ball Legends. So, the Dragon Ball Legends reveals and stuff, Legends Festival 2024 Special Edition Part 2 has just ended. And with it, we got the announcement of 4 new Sparking units. 2 of them are LF units, and we're getting some new Platinum equipment for an Ultra unit as well. So, the Sparking units that we'll be getting in the game are none other than Tagami number 3 from Dragon Ball Daima, and Super Saiyan Goku Mini from that same fight from Dragon Ball Daima. And we're also getting more Buu Saga buffs as well. We are getting a brand new Sparking Videl and a transforming Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And to top it all off, the Ultra unit that's getting new Platinum equipment is Ultra Super Gogeta. Yes, the blue unit that was an absolute monster when he released. Like, Ultra Super Gogeta was so good when he released, green units couldn't stop him. That's how strong he was. And now knowing that we just got a brand new green unit for that tag for part 1, and at the beginning of the year, we ended up getting, what, a new yellow unit, a new blue unit, and a new purple unit? This tag is looking kind of immaculate right now. Fusion Warrior might be back, but I digress. I did record my reaction to all of this, so check that out first, and then we'll break down what they can do. Okay, we're just starting off with it. Legends Festival 2024, Part 2. Dragon Ball Daima, of course. Okay, yeah, Tagami number 3. Like, as long as he's clean, I'm good. Okay, still in Japanese, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, she throws the hammer. Okay, pretty cool. Oh, he was gone. Bro, if this... Oh, okay, it's, yeah. All right, pretty cool, pretty cool. First game that he's ever been in. Pretty cool. Okay, a character from Dragon Ball Daima finally joins the fight in Legends Limited Rarity. Of course, like, it was so obvious that it would be him. Okay. Super Saiyan Goku Mini. Okay. But yeah, like, it makes sense that, it'd be him, and, like, the elf has to be him turning Super Saiyan 2, please. Like, this fight was so good in the anime, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, Goku's going crazy. Yep, it's the Kamehameha. Oh! Oh! Oh, he went Super Saiyan 2! Yeah, they actually did it. They did it all. Yeah. Go on. Yep, the final strike. I mean, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And Jaka-Jan is gonna be in the game? That's pretty cool. Not even gonna lie. Alright, let's see, man. Let's see. Okay, Dragon Ball Legends. What y'all got? Never, hello? Videl?
You're mine. Yeah.
What?
Can you beat this?
I mean, okay. Like, you can pair up with, Mai, right? Be able to make something from that work.
Here we go.
Like, isn't that, her move from, the Tenkaichi series?
Getting the hang of this energy stuff.
Oh, okay. So, Buu Saga. Maj Vegeta. Like, we should have expected because they had, the free-play Vegeta. What? You know, before you get to Capsule Core, you're gonna have to go through me. Super Saiyan 2 Goku? Yeah, like, his fight against, like, it's been a while since we've had a Super Saiyan 2 Goku unit. Okay. He transforms into Super Saiyan 3. Like, okay, so yeah. He transforms into Super Saiyan 3. Like, a new LF Super Saiyan 3 Goku, okay. Alright, Dragon Throw. Like, hey, if he's clean, he's clean. Bro. Oh. Dang, okay, send him out. Gone.
Looks like I managed to pull it off.
Okay. A new Super Saiyan 3 Goku. But sparking Videl? I mean, hey, that artwork is clean though. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, Tagami number 3. Go ahead, put in work. Bro, I need him to be the Majin Vegeta deleter, bro. Like, I need him to be the Majin Vegeta deleter. I mean, they went really, like, the animations are great for these characters. I'll just put it like that. It's time. Yeah, wait, the animations for these characters are really good. Like, bro, Goku Mini is gonna be clean, bro. Like, the model for the character looks good. Gone. Oh! Oh, he has a projectile ult! Okay. Gone. Like, the fact that he actually turned Super Saiyan 2 with this, man. Like, oh, man. Like, this scene was really, really good in the anime. Gone. Yep. Oh, and the pose at the end, yeah. Hey, Videl. Hey, put in work.
Can you beat this?
Somehow it's done. Oh wait, her special move has it has a blast armor. Nice.
Not done yet. It's over. Yeah.
Give him the hands.
There we go.
Like, people sleep on Videl though. Like Videl, she got hands.
I think I'm
Also, why does that seem like a new model for her too?
Stuff.
Just the fact that we got like a new Super Saiyan 2 Goku is crazy. Like, it's been years since we've had a Super Saiyan 2 Goku unit.
This is Super Saiyan 3.
Super Saiyan 3, that might clean though. Okay, blast armor on strike.
Over here.
And throw. That's him, bro. Yeah. So like all of his forward charging moves have blast armor, which is actually pretty cool. Gone. Like, it's cool though. It's cool.
Looks like I managed to pull it off.
Alright. So now that we've seen what they can do, let's break it down. So we're starting off with Tagami number 3. And remember, this is the first ever Dragon Ball video game that this character has ever been in. If I'm not mistaken, he's not in Super Divers. He's not in the Dragon Ball Supercar game. He's not in Dokkan. Obviously, he's not in Xenoverse 2. He's not in any game right now. Not even Sparking Zero. So, again, first game that he's ever been in. Anyway, Tagami number 3, of course, is a Sparking unit. He's a purple unit, which is concerning for very, very obvious reasons. But still, he's a defense type. His tags are Daima and Weapon Wielder. So, he is not an android. And his Z ability 3 is buffing Tag Daima and Tag Weapon Wielder. Now, this is good because even though we do have the free-to-play Trunks, this is our first summonable purple unit for the Weapon Wielder and Daima tags. So he more than likely will be the definitive unit for that element factor for those tags for now. So not bad. As long as he's clean, I'm happy. Anyway, moving on to the next page. Powerful debuffs upon entering the battlefield, plus recovery in a pinch. Unique abilities. The following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Reduces enemy ki. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade, -1 arts card draw speed level for 10 timer counts. Randomly destroys 1 enemy card. Seals all enemies' main abilities for 5 timer counts. Seals enemies' special arts. The sealed arts cannot be used for 5 timer counts. Seals enemies' rising rush for 5 timer counts. Restores own health by 30% if own remaining health is 50% or below after being hit by an enemy's arts attack while this character is on the battlefield. Activates 3 times. So, there's kind of a lot to go over with this. So, again, when the character enters the battlefield, he reduces ki, he inflicts them with card draw speed debuff, He destroys a card, he seals their main abilities, seals special arts, and seals rush. So it pretty much gives him that slight bit of survivability because pretty much a majority of your abilities are locked off, right? But if you're able to go up against units that are able to raise their arts card draw speed, then, you know, knocking down their speed, like arts card draw speed, again, not a bad ability, but there's ways to get around that. So again, it's good on paper, but in actual execution, we'll have to see. Again, same thing with reducing ki. There's characters that are able to get their ki through various means. So again, good on paper. In execution, we'll have to see. Destroying a card is good. That's just straight up good. Sealing main abilities, good. Sealing special arts, good. And of course, sealing rush for any amount of timer counts is always going to be a good thing. It's able to delay the potential inevitable, right? So we'll have to see. But I am happy that he is able to get lots of health back every time his health gets past 50% or below, right? And it happens 3 times. So he doesn't have endurance, but he has multiple ways of getting health back if you just continue to combo him. But again, with him being a purple unit, you gotta look out for Ultra Majin Vegeta because he might be combo food for him. So who knows? And then on to the final page for Tagami number 3, various Dragon Ball related abilities. Unique abilities. Applies the following effects to self after gaining 3 or more Dragon Balls while this character is not defeated. Activates once. Plus 70% to damage inflicted. Increases ki recovery. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level. Nullifies unfavorable element factors for damage sustained. Applies a buff effect. Nullifies enemies. Reduce Dragon Ball effects for 50 timer counts. Increases own Dragon Balls by 2 when an ally activates Rising Rush. Okay, so I would have been shocked if there wasn't any Dragon Ball abilities for this character. I mean, he's Tagami number 3 for obvious reasons. But if you had 3 or more Dragon Balls, and again, it only activates once. So again, once you get 3 Dragon Balls, pretty much, you get a damage buff. That's good. You get ki recovery up, which is good. Arts card draw speed up, good. Nullifies unfavorable element factors for damage sustained. If that's permanent, then that would actually give him a lot more value because then he would be able to hold his own a bit more against the likes of Ultra Majin Vegeta, who again, powerful yellow unit, who's running the meta right now. So being able to survive against him would be good. It would be very, very valuable. And then of course, the buff effect of nullifying enemies reduced Dragon Ball effects for 50 timer counts is extremely helpful. There's a ton of units out there that knock down Dragon Balls, so being able to stop that from happening would be fantastic. And the cherry on top of it all, he increases own Dragon Balls by 2 when an ally activates Rising Rush. There are characters that are capable of getting lots of Dragon Balls, and this unit promotes double Rising Rush. So take that however you will. Like, you guys know how I feel about double Rising Rush, but if that's your thing, then this character is going to help you out with that. So that's it for Tagami number 3. And now we move on to Super Saiyan Goku Mini. So I'm actually kind of happy that he's in Dragon Ball Legends, even though this is our 3rd Goku Mini unit. But still, we have Super Saiyan Goku Mini. Of course, he's an LF unit. He's a red unit. Thank you. And he's a melee type. Thank the Lord. Those were the 2 things that we needed right now to try to deal with Majin Vegeta. So again, red unit, melee type. Tags are Saiyan, Super Saiyan, Sun Family, Daima, Weapon Wielder, and Kids. And T ability 3 buffs Tag Daima, Tag Sun Family, and Tag Weapon Wielder. Now, we did just get a red Weapon Wielder unit a few weeks ago with the new Mai, but there's no, Mai is not going to hold a candle to Goku. There's just no way. So again, I'm pretty sure Goku will be the definitive red unit for Weapon Wielder for now, and absolutely the definitive red unit for Daima because they don't have one yet until now. So yeah, this unit inherently has value for 2 brand new attacks by default. On to the next page. Special arts with buffs based on number of uses. Special arts. Draw a special move arts card next. Applies the following effects to self according to the number of times the special arts is used. Card 1, plus 40% to damage inflicted. Card 2, plus 30% to damage inflicted. Nullifies enemies, restores own health when it reaches 0 effects when this character attacks for 3 timer counts. Card 3 onward, plus 20% to damage inflicted, activates once. Nullifies enemies, restores own health when it reaches 0 effects when this character attacks for 3 timer counts. Okay, so this is very important, right? Remember, I said that Majin Vegeta is currently running the meta right now. Very powerful unit. That unique gauge is absolutely ridiculous. But there is a good thing about these abilities and something else that we'll talk about in a bit. But when it comes down to his special skill, you get a special move. And not only do you get a special move, you get damage buffs, and you're able to nullify endurance in general. Not with the special move, in general, for 3 timer counts. That means if you breathe on Majin Vegeta with this Goku, and his health is almost gone, he's dead. So that's actually going to help out tremendously. But there is something extra that happens alongside having all of these, right? Not inherently with the special skill itself, but with the special move. But we'll get there when we get there. So on the next page, the unique gauge works well with special arts. Unique ability. Charges own unique gauge every time this character uses an arts card while they are on the battlefield. Applies the following effects to self once unique gauge is full. Restores health, increases damage inflicted for 30 timer counts. Draw a special arts card next. Activates 4 times. Again, that special skill, it's going to help out a ton. We've already seen what it can do, but we still haven't gotten to the best part of it. Pretty short part, but we're moving on. So, next page, power up when you take big enemy attacks. Unique ability. The following effects occur when enemy activates Rising Rush while this character is not defeated. Activates once. Restores own health by 30% only once when it reaches 0. Shortens own substitution count by 5. Cancels enemies' attribute upgrades and buff effects. So yes, this unit has the Blue Beast Gohan treatment or the purple LF Jiren treatment. So pretty much if this unit is on the field and you haven't knocked him out yet and you pop Rising Rush, guess what? You just gave him endurance. And not only did you give him endurance, if you have units that nullify endurance with Rising Rush, he cancels it because he nullifies buff effects. So yeah, that is, it's gonna be strong. So if you see this unit on the field, you need to be able to knock him out. You can't knock him out and you use Rising Rush against him, he's getting endurance and you're gonna have to deal with him for even longer. So be very, very careful when it comes down to this unit. Okay, next page. Power up when you take big enemy attacks. Unique ability. Applies the following effects to self when enemy activates an ultimate arts or awaken arts while this character is not defeated. Restores health. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level. Activates once. Nullifies unfavorable element factors for 10 or 20 timer counts. Applies the following effects to self when enemy activates a special move arts while this character is not defeated. Restores health. Increases critical rate up to 40%, increases damage inflicted up to 60%. So the amount of damage buffs that this unit gets is actually pretty crazy. Starting up from the top though, so if you activate an ult or an awakened arts against this unit, like he gets health, card draw speed up, and nullifies element factors, right? As of right now, in terms of awakened arts, you would want to be careful of Cell and Frieza because Cell is a blue unit. So and of course, like if they do get their awakened arts, it actually hits pretty hard, but it also seals Goku, so, or any unit for that matter. So you do want to be careful about that. But apart from that though, just ults in general, be careful unless you are absolutely certain that that ult is going to wipe out Goku, right? But if you have a special move, this unit gets health, his crit goes up, and his damage goes up. This screams, do not think about following up with your special move if Ultra Majin Vegeta's unique gauge gets activated. Because, I mean, 1, Goku has element factor advantage anyway. And 2, if you do so, Goku gets health if you pop it, and his crit goes up, and his damage inflicted goes up. Paired up with his other abilities, that's a very big mistake. So, you really, really do not want to follow up with Majin Vegeta's special move if that gauge gets activated with this Goku specifically. Okay, on to the next page. This is why Majin Vegeta should be scared. Special move arts are powered up by the unique gauge. Special move arts deals massive explode damage plus 40% of special move damage inflicted for 3 timer counts upon activation. Now, this is the part where Majin Vegeta should be scared. If unique gauge is full, resets own unique gauge to 0, and inflicts all enemies with no switching for 3 timer counts upon activation. Now, why should that be so scary for Majin Vegeta? Because remember, when you pop your special skill, you get a special move. And not only that, if your unique gauge is full and you use your special move immediately afterwards against Majin Vegeta and it deals massive damage, guess what? Majin Vegeta can't swap out, so he has to take the hit, and it nullifies endurance. So that means, oh, and especially if you have activated Majin Vegeta's gauge and he followed up with his special move, you get damage buffs and you get crit buffs. So you have a relatively high probability of annihilating that unit. Like, it's very clear that they designed Goku Mini or Super Saiyan Goku Mini to try to counter Majin Vegeta, which I'm completely down for because that unit has been going way too crazy for far too long. So Majin Vegeta's days might be numbered. But anyway, moving on to the final page. Ultimate Arts are powered up by the unique gauge. Ultimate Arts deals massive impact damage. Applies the following effects to self upon activation. Plus 50% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 timer counts. Nullifies enemies, restores health when it reaches 0 effects when this character attacks for 3 timer counts. If unique gauge is full, resets own unique gauge to 0 and applies attribute upgrade minus 30% to enemy sustained damage cut effects to self for 3 timer counts upon activation. So again, he's an elf unit, being able to nullify endurance makes sense. And then you get ultimate damage up. That's good. And if your unique gauge is full, you go through their sustained damage cut by 30%. So that's good. Can't really complain with that. Okay, so that's pretty much it for all the new Daima units. I'm actually pretty excited about it because, again, these guys have not been represented in games like that yet. So just knowing that they're in the game is actually pretty nice. But now we get to the second part, and that is the Buu Saga side of things. So we're moving on to the new Videl unit. So we have Videl. Of course, she's a sparking unit. She's a blue unit. She's a melee type. Tags is the girls tag, and Z ability 3 buffs episode Majin Buu Saga Z, tag girls, and character Gohan. Now, I really don't know how to feel about this because having a new Videl unit is cool and all, don't get me wrong, but the teams that she's on is limited because she can pretty much, like, there is no way in the world you're using her on the girls tag right now, because even though we did just get a new girls unit in the last banner with the red Mai unit, there's not enough support for that tag to make anything work. There's just not enough. So it's unfortunate because, again, the tag could be fire, but there's just no units for that tag. So again, you're not gonna be using her on the girls tag at all. Character Gohan, sure, I guess. I mean, if you're still using the LF Gohan, Ultimate Gohan that we got during the anniversary, then sure, I guess. But you're gonna be using her on Majin Buu Saga Z. That's the thing. So there's that. I mean, I hope that she provides value to that team, but we'll see. Moving on, combo abilities that start with strike arts. Unique abilities. Applies the following effects to self every time this character uses a strike arts card, activates once. Draw a strike arts card next. Applies buff effect, nullifies enemies' special actions that activate when changing cover for 5 timer counts. Applies attribute upgrade, reduces enemies' sustained damage cut effects for 15 timer counts. Activation count resets after character switch or when this character uses a special arts card. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 30, I was about to say 30%, plus 30 to blast arts costs for 15 timer counts when this character enters the battlefield. Okay, so where to begin? So her getting a free strike arts card is nice, so long as she has, you know, the key to use the next card, which would help. Being able to nullify cover change, good, right? Can't complain. Reducing enemies' sustained damage cut effects, also good. Can't complain. It's for 15 timer counts as well, so she should be able to deal relatively good damage, hopefully, right? With her being a blue unit, she may be able to keep Goku Mini, like Super Saiyan Goku Mini, in check. But at the same time, we do also have the green Goku Mini, who is a really, really good unit. So we'll have to see where her value lies once these units drop later on tonight. And then, of course, the activation counts reset after character switch or uses a special arts card. So, again, if you swap her out and then bring her in, the abilities reset, right? But if you have a special skill, it resets it by default. So you actually might want to use special skills with her to keep, the combo going and going and going. So that's actually going to be kind of cool to see. And then giving them plus 30 to blast arts cost for 5 timer counts when this character enters battlefield. I don't really okay, because I don't know if she has blast armor on strike. If she does, this ability doesn't make sense to me, right? Because if she has blast armor on strike, it doesn't matter how high the blast arts cost is, she'll be able to blast straight through it, right? But if she doesn't have blast armor, then okay, this has a bit more value because you can't just charge in. So I don't know. Again, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Anyway, moving on to the next page. Amazing Vanish Engage Restoration ability. Unique ability. Restores Vanish Engage by 100% upon landing a tackle or quick attack hit. Activates once. Activation count resets after character switch. Very quick ability, but I would assume that if you vanish and then you catch your opponent in a combo, you really do. Okay. It's not a bad ability because it helps you get your vanish back, but they could have given her the Kyoei treatment and just gave her a free vanish, right? Because with Kyoei, if you vanish once, she instantly gets another vanish immediately afterwards, right? But at the same time, this is an ability that will always happen, right? So if you have her in battle, you vanish, and you somehow manage to catch your opponent in a combo, and your gauge isn't full, and you land a tackle, or you land a quick attack, you get your vanish back. And then afterwards, if you take her out and bring her back in, this ability resets. So she is able to get it back multiple times. You just gotta work for it. But the way how I see it is, you're really only gonna be able to do this after you've comboed an opponent after you vanish. Because if your vanish gauge is gone, right, and your combo is over, the opponent is more than likely going to go after you, or you're gonna usually try to swap. So again, we'll have to see how that ability works, because on paper it sounds good, and execution, we'll have to see. On to the next page. A main ability that's still effective against opponents you have an elemental disadvantage against. Main ability, randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws the ultimate arts card, Videl Rush, next. Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for 10 timer counts, cancels own attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions. So, pretty, solid. It doesn't sound crazy, but it doesn't sound bad either. So if you're up against a green unit, you pop your main, your element neutral for 10 timer counts, you throw out your ult and hopefully deal good damage. That might be able to help her against green units. Again, we'll have to see. One green unit that she will have to look out for will be the green Goku mini, but also she'll have to look out for Vegito, right? Because the Vegito unit that we got, obviously Vegito Blue, is not Majin Buu Sagi, it's from Super, so she will have to be careful against it. But again, hopefully she works out well. And then on to the final page, use with tag girls characters to buff allies. Unique ability, the following effects occur when battle starts if there's a tag girls battle member other than this character in the party. Increases damage inflicted, restores own health by 30% only once when it reaches 0. Increases damage inflicted by allied tag girls. Again, I said this earlier and I'll say it again, this tag is dead. It's been dead for years because for whatever reason, they don't want to give this tag a massive overhaul, which they need. Like, again, the only modern unit you can realistically use Videl with right now is Mai. That's it. And 2 units don't make a team, let alone the fact that you can't even hop into PvP with just 2 units anymore. You have to have a full team. And unless these 2 are getting Zenkai buffed, like into Oblivion, which even at that, I'm still not even sure that will help. This ability, as of right now, might be completely useless. Like, I mean, I'm not saying the ability itself is bad, because again, like, she gets endurance, she gets a damage buff, and she boosts girls as well by increasing their damage. The ability is not bad. It's just the tag that the ability is tied to is bad. So again, the ability might be dead on arrival because there's not many units to take advantage of it. And then finally, we got the new LF Super Saiyan 2 unit that transforms into Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So we have Super Saiyan 2 Goku. He's an elf unit. This is the part that has me scared, and I'll explain why later on. But he's a green unit. He's a green unit. Moving on. He's a melee type. Tags are Sun Family, Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2 pre-transformation, Super Saiyan 3 post-transformation, and Otherworld Warrior. Z ability 3, Bus episode Majin Buu Saga Z, Tag Sun Family, and Tag Saiyan. So, the reason why I'm so sad that this unit is green is because when it comes down to green units during major events, they just don't last. They really don't. Like what we had, the Green Super Saiyan God Goku. We had Dragon Fist Goku. We had Orange Piccolo. It's like they do green units wrong when it comes down to these events. So I'm really, really hoping that this time around, it's not going to be the case, right? We need a good green unit for these events. Like, not saying Vegito is bad either, because Vegito's pretty solid, but he's not like mind-blowing, right? This Goku actually needs to be, like, he needs to break the curse. That's all I gotta say. He needs to break the curse. Moving on to the next page. Activate various effects when the unique gauge is filled pre-transformation. Unique ability. While this character is on the battlefield, rapidly restores unique gauge according to key charge time. So, similar to Ultra Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, his gauge is based off of charging your ki. So, charge stepping will be very, very important to utilize this character to their fullest potential. Pre-transformation. The following effects occur once unique gauge is full. Draw a special arts card next. Restores ally health. Buffs allies damage inflicted. Special arts. Pre-transformation. Applies buff effect. Nullifies enemies. Special actions that activate when changing cover to self for 10 timer counts. Okay. So, yeah, unique gauge fills up. You get a special skill. Good. Restores ally health, which is good, right? So the more times you charge up unique gauge, the better off it will be. And you boost your allies' damage. That's good. And also, when you throw him in, he nullifies cover change. I don't know if that's going to be limited to a few times, because I know with Dragon Fist Goku, I believe when he released, it was 2 times that he nullified cover change when he went in. So I don't know if they're going to give it that same restriction, or if this is just going to be every single time, right? But still, being able to nullify cover change when you go in is good. Now we have the next page, and it shows Super Saiyan 3 Goku. After transforming, power up special arts with the unique gauge. Special arts randomly draws at most 2 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards. Restores health on hit. Applies buff effect. Nullifies enemy special actions that activate when changing cover to self for 10 timer counts. If unique gauge is at 25% or more, consumes 25% of this character's unique gauge, and the following effects occur on hit. Greatly restores own vanishing gauge. Inflicts all enemies with 3 substitution counts. Okay, so, you want to use your special skill with this unit, obviously, because you get 2 cards when you have 3 or fewer, and you nullify cover change on top of restoring health. So, it's very beneficial. You're able to keep your combo going to get health back, and they can't stop your combo. Good. And then, of course, if your unique gauge is at 24%, you use 1/4 of it, right? So 25%. And you get a good portion of your vanish gauge back, which is good. And you inflict all enemies with 3 subcounts, which could help depending on the circumstances. So that way, you're able to keep your combo going without really having to worry about people trying to come in to either take the hit and you'll be at an element factor disadvantage or whatever the case may be. So again, it does have its uses. On to the next page. After transforming, power up special move arts with the unique gauge. Special move arts greatly reduces enemy ki on hit. If unique gauge is 25% or more upon activation, consumes 25% of unique gauge and nullifies own unfavorable element factors for 3 timer counts. Okay, so special move, it reduces your enemy ki, so that's cool. But if you have your unique gauge, use another 4th, right, 24%, 25% of it to nullify element factors. So he should be able to do something against the likes of, I would say the main purple unit still is, of course, Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. But at the same time, this unit, or at least as far as I know, doesn't have the means of being able to lock off the unique gauge. And because of that, even if he gets a special move, there's still a great possibility that Gogeta will be able to counter it. And that's already going to be a massive problem for this unit. So again, it's not a bad ability, but with that element factor and not being able to do anything against the unique gauge, he's going to have a bit of trouble. Just on paper. In actual execution, things will be different, but still. On to the next page. Powerful abilities when transforming to Super Saiyan 3. Main ability, transform into Super Saiyan 3. Restores own health and ki. Applies buff effect, nullifies enemies' special actions that activate when changing cover to self for 10 timer counts. The following effects occur if this character's unique gauge is full. Greatly restores own vanishing gauge. Randomly draws at most 4 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards. Applies buff effect, nullifies enemies' destroy card effects itself for 20 timer counts. So you can't knock his cards down if his unique gauge is full. He gets like a good portion of his vanishing gauge back if his unique gauge is full. He gets some cards when his gauge is full. And also, main ability, being able to restore health and ki makes sense. It's how most main abilities work now. And being able to nullify cover change helps as well. So this character has the potential of being able to have uninterrupted combos, which can help. And then moving on to the next page, we have super powerful after transformation with amazing offense and defense. Unique ability, applies the following effects to self for, I can't believe I'm saying this, 100 timer counts after transforming. Wow, okay. Greatly increases damage inflicted, increases arts card draw speed by 1 level, nullifies attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions, nullifies unfavorable element factors for damage sustained. So if you, for whatever reason, are capable of holding this unit off from transforming until like you get 100 timer counts left, these abilities will last for the rest of the match, right? So, I mean, obviously you can't transform immediately with the unit. You have to wait a few timer counts, but if you're able to hold off for a while up till you have 100 timer counts left, like these abilities last for the whole battle. So that will be kind of crazy. And then finally, with the last page, effective against enemies with endurance effects. Main ability pre-transformation, transform into Super Saiyan 3, nullifies enemies, restores health when it reaches 0 effects when this character attacks for 15 timer counts. Unique ability, when this character enters the battlefield, nullifies enemies, restores health when it reaches 0 effects when this character attacks for 15 timer counts. So, the transform into Super Saiyan 3, you nullify endurance, right? And then if you throw him in, you nullified endurance. So, I think in a sense that could help against Majin Vegeta because pretty much if this unit exists, he'll nullify endurance. So again, ways to continue comboing, ways to nullify endurance. Like this character, he actually sounds pretty decent. But apart from all that though, that's really it. Because again, like I said earlier in the video, the last major thing is that Ultra Super Gogeta is getting platinum equipment. And if they do it right, he can be a very devastating unit, especially being paired up against all of the other Fusion Warrior units we got this year. So again, he might be in a really, really good spot. But that's pretty much all the big information from this reveals and stuff. But I do want to know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.